We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? The low doesn't connect. The throw misses. Blocks the jump in, throws him down. What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Impacts a no-go. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. The super armor does its job. Will they be able to manage what little drive gains they have? They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, this is gonna be bad news. Adlock uses the gauge for a super arm, spends 2 for the meteorite, and absolutely destroys it. Now, can they finish the jump experiencing burnout? Players, hold up, they broke through the super arm. Must have seen it coming. Sees the overhead coming. All the throw connects. And eats it. Free throw strike. Forward rush. Reads the jump in perfectly. What's next? Blocks the low kick. Flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's the play here? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Blocks the jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Long low attack hits. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Blocks the low heavy. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good, brings out the super art. They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Fight.
Immediate jumping. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Puts the super armor to good use. Springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Still scrapping for control of the space. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Drive rush to keep it going. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seep in with the luminous? They gotta go! Take that gourd away, he's maxed out! The drive impact doesn't, no lasting judgment goes unpunished. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Fades out the low kick. Jump! Oh, they're in the thrust that off! With punish counter sets the table! Player 2 with more fuel to the fire! Cook them up! Still alive? Still alive? Over in a flash! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match!
Round 1. Fight.
Time crowns him from above. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Time to sit on the lead. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets the knockdown, and now, knockdown. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Just out of range for that throw. Jumps in. Are we gonna see a comeback here? One chance here may end this, picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Box him with a target combo. Time for a drink. Springs forward with a drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Breaks the block with a throw. A quick breather. Scrapping it out up close. Both fighters drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Catapults them up and brings them crashing back down. What'll happen here? Player one is not in a good place health-wise, but drops him hard. Crowns him from above. Hits him with forward rush. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. What's next? Excellent block. In with the luminous. Will this super art do anything? Taps him on the dome. Oh, that was the highest if I've ever seen. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Reads the jump in perfectly. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gears. We're just getting started here. Who'll take control? And whips! They're wide open! That back row was huge! Betting it all on the drive rush! Okay, here we go! Super armor! Cold and calculated! Both absolutely refusing to give up ground! Forward rush! All the throw connects! Amazing! Anti-air in the clutch! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They can't, giving them food for thought. Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Round one. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Charges forward. Challenge from above. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Backs them into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Solid combo. Combo with the target combo. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Decides to buff up while they can. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Not much life difference. Both springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Oh, putting the cherry on top. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The low's blocked. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Medium kick. Opts for the free flow kicks to springs forward with the drive rush. Player one is in a pretty solid anti-air. Puts the super armor to good use. Players punish counter on reaction. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player two is looking at a grim situation. Change of plans. All the throw connects. Forward rush. Sets up with the jump in. Side switch. What's next? Player two is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we're getting it all on the drive rush. Crowns them from above. Throws them. Both sides. There's a burnout. This can lead to some big damage. They didn't take the throw. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Round one. Fight.
A jump? Oh, says no to the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gear. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting up for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Player 1 chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Goes with a safe, looking to impress with this super. Catapults them up and brings them crashing back down. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Change of plans. Goes for it and puts them down with the impact. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Round 1.
We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets the jump in. Neither of them is willing to back off here. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Big low, reaching heavy. Knockdown. That drive impact doesn't get through. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Uses the parry. Can't tech the throw? Alright, springs forward with the drive rush. Gets carried to the corner. Definitely answers the air attack. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. Hold your breath. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Gets the jump in. Throws him. What's next? The jump in catches him. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the target pump. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Catapults them up and brings them crashing back down. Player 2 needs good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Going in? No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Crowns him from above. Checks with a medium kick. Player 2 drops below on gauge stock, but a good call to take that round. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Player 1 sets up with the jump in. And whisk, they're wide open. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Uh-oh, this could really tip the scale. This might be a pivotal super arc. What are they gonna do? Target combo into next the counter. Carries them all the way to the corner and one throws. The next touch may decide this round. Huge chance after that wall splash. Throw is denied. What a read. Jump drop zone, baby. Awesome. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round 1. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. Quick medium post. Opts for the free flow kicks to get drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Decides to go in with the target combo. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Heats it up with a combo into super. They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Immediate jumping. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Balance from above. Throws them to negate the block. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Very slick with the combo. What'll happen here? Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Comes off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Cross out the OG Hadou. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Deftly shuts out the jumping. What's the play here? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Takes a trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. All right, what's coming up next? Nice cross-up. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. Back throw for the side switch. Taking stock. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Oh, easy tech. They gotta take advantage of this drive differential. Neither fighter can land the deciding hit. Okay, creating some space here. The low heavy is denied. Jumps in. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both show their hand, heats it up with a combo into super. Catapults them up and brings them crashing back down. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps, barely blocks the jump in. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. A quick breather. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Overhead, but it won't work. Low heavy. Turns out. How did it reach? A gutsy fireball gives them the round. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Sets up with the jump-in. Carries to the corner. This may be bad news. What now? A jump? This can lead to some big damage. Betting it all on the drive rush. Dangerous range here. Close range projectile. Drive rush. Both are ready to pull the trigger on forward rush. They push their way out of the corner. Oh, drive rush. Rushes in. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. The jump-in is denied. Goes for the fireball. Great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Some fine spacing and timing. Holds out with the block. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Reads their mind and techs the throw. Sticks the jump in. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Denies the low heavy. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. They trade hits, and now both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Like, goes for the super arc? Neither of them willing to back off here. The pressure is so intense here. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. KO! Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Hits them with a stop and pop. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Going in. Big stage blow. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Zones with the fireball. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this rate. Burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 2, the drive impact doesn't work. So, what's next? Overhead, but it won't work. Medium kick, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Knockdown and Dragon Lash. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. What now? Player 1, no way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round 1. Fight.
The first uses their drive gauge. Jump. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. The jump in catches them. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Overhead. Spinning bird uses the gauge for a super arm. Brings out an early super to pile on the pressure. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 1 is in a springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive recovers. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. A quick breather. Player 2 sneaks in the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? A parry? Medium kick. This is gonna hurt. There's a drive impact. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Just smothering them with blows to rain on their parade. This kind of violence is a beautiful thing. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. They're in the corner. This may change the match. No heavy. What will be the follow-up here? Impact squat. Yes. This is a complete shutdown. They can't. Oh,